Hey everyone, this is Cloud here, and this is my guide today on the Lost City quest. Before we begin, we're just going to go over a few things and then show you have all the requirements and items needed to complete this quest. So, as for the requirements, you need to have 31 crafting and 36 woodcutting in order to complete this quest, and you also must have the ability to kill a level 101 tree spirit with limited armor or weapons. We'll go over that a bit more in a minute. No quests are required, however, to complete this one. Now, the only two main items required for this quest are a knife and a hatchet, which you should have on your tool belt. As for the rest of the items, these will mainly aid you in your fight against the tree spirit. Teleport runes will come in handy, however if you have full access to the lodestone network you can just use this. If you are planning to use the mage skill to defeat the tree spirit, you're going to want some combat runes. Now ideally you want earth type spells because these hit the Draymond tree spirit quite hard. As for me in this quest guide, I am going to be using the earth bolt one, which requires 100 chaos runes. This is what I recommend anyway. 100 chaos runes, 300 earth and 200 air, so this gives you 100 castings of the spell, and at the moment that's about 10k in costings with the grand exchange at the current price that it is. If you are planning to use ranged against a tree spirit, you'll want an unstrung bow, a bowstring and any type of arrows. Basically when you get up to a certain point you'll make your bow on the island and then you can go fight the tree spirit. If you are low level, prayer potions will come in handy, and also super potions like super attack, super strength, super defense, and food is also recommended for the tree spirit. Something like lobsters or higher should be ideal for you. So that's everything for the items and requirements. Now I'm going to show you where to start this quest. So we're currently in Lumbridge, just next to the lodestone network bit, and we're going to head to the quest start point from here. But also, as you can see on the display that I've just put up, you can also head from Trainer Village, which is quicker, but for today we'll just go from Lumbridge. But it's the marked location just over here. So you should find it won't take you too long to reach the location, even if you're at Lumbridge, which is further away. You're looking for the group of people who are just outside the camp in the Lumbridge swamp. Okay, once you reach the location, you'll want to speak to the warrior to begin the quest. Okay, during your conversation with him, you'll need to pick various different options in order to proceed with the rest of the quest. So these are what you need to ask him in order. So first off, you want to ask why they're camped out there. Next, you want to ask who is Zenaris. Then you want to say, if it is hidden, how do you plan on finding it? Then you want to say, looks like you don't know either. Okay, so from that conversation, he's basically let slip that a leprechaun knows how to get into Zenaris, so now we're going to head over to these trees over in this location. Okay, so the leprechaun is hiding in one of these trees, but to make it easier, this is how you actually find where he is. Now when you normally hover your mouse cursor over a tree, it will come up with the option saying chop down tree. For the tree that the leprechaun's hiding in, when you hover your mouse over it, it should just say chop tree instead. So once you find that one, click it and then you should see a leprechaun fall out the tree, and then you can proceed to talk to him. During the conversation with him, you want to say that you've been in the shed many times but haven't seen a city. Now, he does offer to teleport you to Port Sarim to speed up the quest a bit, which is recommended, and I say you do it, bearing in mind you've got all the items with you. If not, you'll have to go bank up and then meet at the location, which is now being displayed. Okay, so you should now be on Port Sarim. Now, the reason you have to do this quest, fighting the tree spirit with no armour or weapons, well, limited ones, is because Entrana monks won't let you on the island with any weapons or armour. So this is where things like runes will come in handy for magic, or if you take an unstrung bow and a bowstring, you can actually make the weapon there once you're out of their eyesight. So basically, you want to put any armour or weapons that you can't bring with you using the deposit box just near the port, and when you're ready, travel to Entrana. Obviously if you do have any items on you that shouldn't be allowed, you will be kicked off the island straight away, so just ensure you haven't got anything with you. Okay, once you arrive, head to the location that's being displayed to you now. You should come up to a ladder going down into a cave, and there'll be a monk standing outside. Talk to him and he'll give you a warning about being able to not communicate with the gods, which means obviously your prayer being drained. Obviously accept his warnings and then you'll be down there. Okay, once you're down into the cave, this is where you can safely make your weapons if you've brought the materials with you to do so. So now you can make your bow, etc, etc. Once you've got yourself set up, you now want to head over to the next marked location. Right, once you arrive there, you'll see a tree. Now, as soon as you go to chop down the tree, a tree spirit will appear and attack you. Now, if you're using mage or ranged, there is a safe spot you can use to avoid yourself getting hit. However, you will need to set up the tree spirit. So, what I'm going to do is show you the tactic of getting into the safe spot and being able to fight the tree spirit without taking any more damage. So, as soon as you're ready, chop down the tree and then be prepared to do what I've done. So as you can see, I made the tree spirit chase me over to this corner and then ran to the safe spot to get it stuck, and now I can safely mage it without taking any damage. So the only really reason you're going to need food and prayer at the beginning is just to get it trapped, and once you've done that, just keep attacking it until it's defeated. Right, once you've defeated the tree spirit, you can now safely cut some branches off the Draymond tree. I recommend taking 2 or 3 branches to make it the stuffs, because the staff is quite useful later on in other quests, like such as the fairy ring network. You'll need the staff for and stuff like that. So basically, if you end up losing your Draymond staff, it saves you having to come back and get another one. So take as many branches as you want, and then once you've got them, you want to fletch them into Draymond staffs. Okay, so once you have your Draymond stuff, we now want to head to where the shed is, so I recommend using the Lumbridge teleport in the Lodestone network. Once you arrive back in Lumbridge, head to the location now being displayed to you. So as you can see, we've now arrived at the shed. Normally if you enter the shed nothing will happen, but if you have your Draymond staff equipped and enter, you'll be teleported to the lost city of Zenaris. So, once you've teleported to Zenaris, it will come up, congratulations, you completed the Lost City quest, you're awarded 3 quest points and access to Zenaris. So these are the main rewards, but also you will now have the ability to buy and wield dragon longswords and dragon daggers, the ability to make cosmic runes with the rune crafting skill as the altar is located in Zenaris, and also the ability to use Cheldar as a Slayer Master, who can be found inside Zenaris. This requires level 70 combat, however. Also, the completion of this quest is needed in a lot of other quests as well, such as Fairy Tale Part 1 Growing Pains, Heroes Quest, Lunar Diplomacy, and one of the Recipe for Disaster subquests, freeing Sir Amok Vars. So yeah, that's it for the quest, all completed. It's not too hard of a quest. The battle obviously can be a bit tough on your level, but using that safe spot will help you dramatically. Like I said, I recommend using earth spells if you can, as they're the most effective against it. Obviously if you can use a stronger form of earth spell, feel free to do so. But yeah, that's pretty much all for my guide. If you have any problems at all or get stuck, please leave a message in the comment section below. If not, thank you very much for watching. Please make sure you give us a like, favourite and subscribe, and don't forget to share the guide if it's helped you. Cheers everyone, bye bye.